Sometimes the people we ignore are the ones carrying the greatest stories. And sometimes one small act of kindness can change not just their life, but ours too. This is the story of a young man named Ethan, and the day he helped a homeless stranger who turned out to be someone he could never forget. It was a cold winter morning in New York City. People hurried past, clutching their coffee cups, trying to escape the biting wind. Ethan, the 28-year-old office worker, was one of them. Tired, rushed, and lost in his own world. He worked at a small marketing firm downtown. Every day felt the same. Wake up, go to work, eat lunch alone, come home, repeat. Life wasn't bad, but it wasn't meaningful either. He often wondered, is this all life is supposed to be? That morning, as he walked toward the subway station, he saw a man sitting on the sidewalk, wrapped in a torn blanket, holding a cardboard sign. It read, "Just hungry. Anything helps." Ethan looked away, like most people did, but something made him stop. Maybe it was the man's eyes, tired but gentle. Or maybe it was that small voice inside him saying, "You can do something." He hesitated for a second, then walked over. "Hey, you okay, man?" Ethan asked softly. The homeless man smiled faintly. "Just another day, son. Just another day." Ethan handed him his extra sandwich from breakfast. "Here, I didn't touch this." The man looked at it like it was gold. "Thank you," he whispered. "You have no idea how much this means." They talked for a few minutes. His name was Thomas. He'd once worked in construction, but after an accident and some bad luck, he lost his job, his home, and slowly, his hope. Ethan listened, really listened. He realized he had never done that before. He'd walked past hundreds of people like Thomas, thinking it's not my problem. But in that moment, it was his problem. As Ethan left, Thomas said something strange. "Kindness always finds its way back. You'll see." Ethan smiled politely and walked away, not realizing how true those words would soon become. Over the next few days, Ethan kept noticing Thomas at the same spot. Sometimes he'd bring him food, other times coffee. They'd talk about life, dreams, and regrets. Thomas spoke with wisdom that didn't fit his appearance. He talked about perseverance, about how people lose everything not when they fail, but when they stop believing in themselves. Ethan started to change. He began smiling more, working harder, and even volunteering on weekends. He felt like helping Thomas gave his own life new purpose. But one day, Thomas wasn't there. His usual spot was empty. The blanket, the sign gone. Ethan waited the next day. Nothing. And the next. Still nothing. He started to worry. Had something happened to him? Was he okay? A week passed, and life slowly returned to its routine. But something inside Ethan had shifted. A small fire had been lit. 2 months later, Ethan's company received an invitation to a large charity gala. The CEO asked him to attend as part of the marketing team. It was his first big event. Fancy lights, expensive suits, and the city's most powerful people gathered in one hall. As he stood near the back, sipping water nervously, the announcer's voice echoed through the speakers. "Tonight, we honor one special man, a man who has dedicated his life to helping the homeless of New York City rebuild their lives." The crowd applauded. Ethan clapped too, until he heard the name. Mr. Thomas Reed. Ethan froze. That name, that voice, that man. He turned toward the stage, and there he was. Clean, confident, wearing a simple black suit, but it was him, the same man he'd given a sandwich to on that cold morning. Thomas looked directly at Ethan from the stage and smiled. After the applause died down, Thomas began to speak. "A few months ago, I sat on the streets, hopeless. I've lost everything. My business, my home, my will to live. But one morning, a stranger stopped. He didn't give me money. He gave me respect. That day, I realized I wasn't invisible. I was still human. The crowd was silent. Thomas continued, "That moment pushed me to rebuild my life. I entered rehab, reconnected with my family, and used what I'd left to start a small foundation for others like me." Ethan felt his heart pounding. Tears filled his eyes. He couldn't believe it. That small act, a sandwich and a conversation, had sparked something incredible. When the speech ended, Thomas walked off the stage and went straight toward Ethan. He hugged him and whispered, "I told you, kindness finds his way back." That night changed Ethan forever. He realized that true success isn't about money, status, or fame. It's about impact. After that event, Ethan began volunteering full-time with Thomas's foundation. Together, they help hundreds of homeless men and women find shelter, jobs, and hope again. Sometimes, Ethan would think back to that first morning, how easy it would have been to walk past, but he didn't. And because of that choice, both of their lives were never the same again. In life, we often underestimate the power of small kindness. A meal, a smile, a few words. They might seem tiny, but to someone lost in darkness, they can mean everything. You never know what someone is carrying behind their silence. And you never know how one kind gesture might come back to change your world too. So the next time you see someone struggling, don't look away, because maybe, just maybe, that moment is the beginning of a story you'll remember forever. Headphone, if this story touched your heart, share it with someone who believes in kindness, because sometimes all it takes is one small act to change a life.